Alright, hey, in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to take something that's kind of difficult to do, like with images and geometry or complicated problems in Trig, and use the problems created in Kutasoft and help you to transform those into a self-grading Google Forms document. So pretty cool. So I'm going to use Kutasoft geometry, and I'm going to use parallel lines because there's lots of images there. So what you're going to need is you're going to need three things. You're going to need Kutasoft, PowerPoint, and a Google account. All right, so let's start off with this right here. I've selected parallel lines. We're going to say name the relationship. Now, for things like this where they have to type out an answer, it's always best to use multiple choice because, well, Google doesn't grade real well. If they spell something wrong, have a space incorrect, anything like that, it's going to mark it wrong, and then that can lead you to quite a headache. So let's just select 4 of those. We've got multiple choice. I'm going to hit add and continue, and let's use the same setup, but now let's find the missing angle. Now for a missing angle, we can have this graded pretty easily, so I'm going to make this free response because all they're going to do is type in the number. We're going to instruct them not to put the degree symbol in their answer. Alright, so we've got 8 problems set up right here. Got it all like this, and I've got my PowerPoint set up over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take images of this really quick and easy, but before we do, we want to close, we want to change it so we don't see the answers. There's a little hide the answers or show the answers. It's an eye icon on the top toolbar. If we click that, it goes away. I want to show you that if you don't click that when you copy the image over, the answer will be on there, and that's not what you want. So the way you copy the image is you just, with your mouse, hover over the problem or the image, and you right click. You're going to get this little drop down menu and export. Then you go over here and paste it, and you can resize it. But oh no, we don't want that. But as you can see, our answer's there. That's not what we want. So that's why you've got to click this. And the people have helped with this. That seems to be the trickiest part, the thing they struggle with the most. It's hard to find that little eye icon. So there we go. Now we're going to need some instructions, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to copy these instructions right here. Copy them. Okay, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to paste them, and I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Is that going to fit? Let's see here. See if we can make this fit. There we go. Perfect. So there we go. That's our first one. Now we have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take this because I don't want to retype the instructions every time. I'm just going to copy and paste it. I'm going to go ahead and delete the problems. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that slide number 1 is problem number 1, slide number 2 is problem number 2, and so on, because it's going to keep the answer key nice and easy. So right click, you're going to get the drop down menu, export to clipboard as bitmap, go over here and paste it. I usually just use the keyboard shortcuts, Control V. So there's problem number 2. Rinse and repeat, right? Oh, I got number 2 and slide number 4. There we go. Alright, rinse and repeat. There we go. Question number 3 and question number 4. Okay, there we go. Now, we need a new set of problems because we have a new set of instructions. So for this one, I'm just going to type it out, and I'm going to say not to try to put the degree symbol in their answer, right? Find the measure of each angle indicated. Just write the number. Do not try to place a degree symbol. Because when the students are using Chromebooks or whatever they use in your class, the degree symbol isn't going to be easily accessible. A lot of times they'll use an asterisk, and that's just going to make things bad. Alright, so we've got 4 of these as well. Right? So I'm going to just copy this right here, paste it 4 times. So you see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So slide number 5 is what we're going to be on. Slide 5, problem 5. Right click, export, resize. Rinse and repeat. Right click, export, resize. Problem number 6. Same deal. right? Just like that. Number 7, right click, and problem number 8. There we go. Come on, number 8. All right. So now, a couple things we need. I often think it's a good idea to go ahead and put the answer key in here too, and you can type it, or if you know how to do it as a screen capture, you can do that as well. I'm going to do it as a screen capture here on the other side. I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it over there. There we go. So here's my answer key. All right. So now, we're going to go ahead and save this PowerPoint right here. There we go. We're going to save it. Let me make sure I save this in the right place. Yes. All right. So I've got that saved. All right. Now, after you save it, you're going to want to save it again. And you're going to want to do that as a JPG. So here, let me go back just so you don't get confused. You've got it saved. I've got it saved as parallel lines and angles. And it's a PowerPoint right now. But I want to save it as images because I can save those, I can upload those images into a Google form. So right here underneath, so this is the title, right underneath there's a drop down menu. If you click on it, you can go to JPG. All right, now it's going to ask you if you want to do just one or all. We're going to do all, and what it's going to do is it's going to create its own folder with all of those images. Image 1 will be slide 1, image 2, slide 2, and so on. So there we go, that one is saved. All right, so we are done with the PowerPoint, so I'm going to go ahead and close it, and I'm going to go ahead and open my Google form. Now, for Google Forms, I set up all kinds of pretty stuff. I changed the fonts, and I put a header image and all that kind of stuff. A good idea. If it's going to be a quiz, you're going to want to do later so that they don't see their answers right away. But I'm going to use this as homework. And the way I do homework is I let them see what they missed, but I don't show them the correct answer. And then under responses, I click on allow editing, but I also limit to 1 response. So I want them to fix their mistakes on the homework. All right. So I often put first and last name, and then you're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to do this in case you don't know. Delete the section. Yes. So I'm going to go here. I have 2 sections. One, remember, where they're just naming the relationship, and the other where they're finding the angle. So if you click the equal sign right here, you can open a new section. Name the relationship. All right. Now, the reason this is going to come in handy right here, it's going to help me set my answer key. So I've got my Kutasoft open. I'm going to go ahead and expose all the answers. And what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to create a new problem. I'm going to click right here to add an image. And then I've got to find where I kept it. I put it on my, there we go. And you see it created, when I saved the PowerPoint as JPG, it created a folder, and it's got all my images. See, slide 1 is problem number 1. Just click it. It'll upload. And there we go. I don't need to put any instructions because they're already here. And then there we go. Now my answer for this one is A, so that's already set up. I can see it, it's right there. Now, I think it's often quicker, instead of creating a new button, a new problem with this button right here where it says add question, is to just copy it and change the image. Right, click the little 3 dot icon right there. We're going to browse. My folder's already been opened, so it's going to go right to it. I just select the second image, which is this one, and this one is answer B. So you go through this and you do the whole thing. Do it again. Number 3. Now, one thing you could do if you want, and is you could put number 3 right here for question number 3, but I often like to shuffle the question order. It makes it a little harder for them to cheat. It doesn't prevent it, but that's up to you if you want to do that or not. So here's our 4th question. Right, there we go. Here we go, number 4. That's 4 right here. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? Answer key, this is C, and we're done with the first section. All right, so now let's go ahead and add a new section. And this one is find the measure of each angle, of each angle indicated. All right, so here, I'm gonna go ahead and create a question. Now this one's gonna be free response. So there's question number 5 right here, and the answer is 65. So I'm going to go over here, right here. I'm going to change to short answer, and then for my answer key, I'm just going to type in 65. That's it. And you're going to go ahead and copy it, change, select number 6, and let's change our answer key, number 6, the answer is 67. There we go. Change, number 7, almost done. So it does take a little longer than just printing one off, but you can grade in an instant. You can assign it to students that aren't there, and then in the future, if you want to create review work, you can actually pull problems you can create a new Google form and create a whole new set of problems or a whole new worksheet by just importing problems from these other worksheets you've already made. And so it's pretty handy. So we are on, let's see here, let's change this one. This will be our last one, number 8. Number 8. There we go, 83, and our answer is 83, alternate interior. There we go. So we're done. When you're done, all you got to do is go up here, set up your sharing however you need, and just publish. Responders, anyone with the link, that's fantastic. So anyway, when you're all said and done, this is what you're going to end up with. This is what the students will see. Right? This might change depending on how you set things up in Google Classroom. Mine is going to be automatically recording their email. That allows me to import the grades. They're going to fill out their name. This one's required, so can't spell my own name. There we go. Yes. All right. And then there's all the questions. They go through the first section. They see the second section. All done. Nice and easy. And when you're done, you can see all your responses, you can download them, good to go. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. It does take a little bit of time to get things set up. You get faster at it, but you can reuse them. You can use those problems that are in the Google Forms to create new Google Forms, and the grading's instantaneous. Hope you guys have a great day.